Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to meal prep breakfast burritos. This is for you students or workers who don't have time in the morning to make a delectable breakfast. With 30 minutes of prep, you'll have 10 frozen breakfast burritos ready to heat up in about 2 or 3 minutes for every day of the week. So first you're going to want to lay out all your ingredients. We're going to use half of this red bell pepper. We're going to use a whole onion. We're going to use 3 white potatoes, around 10 eggs, some sriracha, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some cheddar cheese. We're going to use 10 tortillas, and we're also going to use a half can of refried beans, and we're also going to use, I'm using almond milk, but you can use regular milk. First, we're going to cut up the potatoes because these take the longest to cook. You're going to wash it off. Then you're just going to start cutting into it.
I'm still up at midnight, chewing red.
And then you're just going to cut through them. Turn them, cut them again. And I've already cut up the other ones, the 2 other ones. Just gonna throw them all in here. And you're going to turn the oven or the stove on medium-high heat, so like 7 or 8. You're going to pour some olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. You can use vegetable oil if you would like. And you're just going to pour a little bit in it to cover it. Cover it a little bit. And let that heat up a little bit. I'm going to dump them all in here. And I'm going to add some salt, pepper, and garlic powder in them to give them a little bit of flavor. I'm just gonna pour a little bit on here like this. While those are cooking, we will start putting up the onion. We're going to cut off the ends. Throw those away. Then you're going to peel off these first couple layers because you don't want the skin on there. You're going to cut vertically about 3/4 of the way down, all along the onion. You don't want to go all the way through though. And then you're going to turn it and cut vertically again. This is already plenty of onions, so I'm gonna save the rest of this. And just kind of dice them up a little bit. And now you're gonna wanna stir up these potatoes. They're cooking a little bit. Next, you're gonna cut up half of the red bell pepper. You're gonna first just wanna cut a small piece of it off. And as you can see, the inside has a lot of seeds and a lot of extra stem that you don't really need. You only want the pepper, so you're gonna kind of carve it all out. Go off a little bit more. And you're just gonna wanna dice these up a little bit. And I have already cut up the half of a green bell pepper, same way I did the red bell pepper. Just gonna put them all in here. Stir up these potatoes some more. We'll put the onions in a bowl. Next, we are going to crack 10 eggs into this bowl. I've already put one. Alright, now you're going to just, you have your 10 eggs, and you're just going to want to add a little splash to it. And you can whisk or use a fork. Right. So, once the potatoes have gotten more brown and they're cooking a little bit, as you can see they're a little brown on the edges, we're going to turn the heat down a little bit, and we're going to add the peppers. And mix it all together. And you're gonna let that cook for a little bit on medium heat. And while those are cooking, we're gonna start our eggs. Turn it on about medium to low heat, probably around 5. You don't want the eggs to burn. You're going to add some more olive oil along the bottom so they don't stick. And you're going to go ahead and pour all your egg mixture into it. We've got a half cup of cheddar cheese right here, measured out, and sriracha. You don't have to use sriracha if you don't want, but I like it a little spicy. You're gonna grab just a normal spatula, and you're gonna add the cheddar cheese into it. Just sprinkle it. And you're gonna add some sriracha, desired amount. I just do a good coating of it. And to scramble these eggs, you're gonna constantly just do this with them and scrape the bottom so that they don't burn and they become scrambled. Okay, now we're gonna add the refried beans to the potato mixture. If you don't know if they're done, you can taste test the potatoes to see if they're soft. With the eggs. Alright, so we're going to turn this off. They're no longer runny. They're not too overcooked either. And let's stir in the beans. Turn this off once they're all mixed in. Now you're going to add the potato mixture into the one with the eggs and just dump it all in there. Make sure the burners are off, everything's already cooked, and stir it all together. We're gonna move this over here. Going to lay out your tortillas. I just put them all out like this. 10 sheets of foil to wrap them all up. Set that aside. And you're going to want to just evenly divide these.
2 tabs on your tongue. Shepherds, I heard the sheep sleep, now my only one.
So for each tortilla, you're just kind of gonna want to go like this. I fold in an end, fold it over, fold in the other end, and flip them. Then you're gonna take the burrito, place it in foil, and just wrap it up. This one.
I am see-through, so slowly you're so thin. As I begin rubbing others out, your state worsens on my skin.
So you're gonna get a gallon-sized bag, and you're just gonna put them in there.
Let us make up to you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Seal up the bag. And voila! You're gonna put them in the freezer. Oh. And when you're ready, just take one out, take it out of the foil, heat them up in the microwave. It should just take about a minute for the first time, but make sure that you check the middle of it so that it's not cold. And it can progressively take longer to heat up if it's been in the freezer for a while. Thanks for tuning in.